Hey guys, Kviden here, and welcome to the most compact, all-in-one tech PvP base that I could fit into an 8x8 area. May not be very pretty, but it's got a tech rep and all the stuff you need, and it's very functional. I mean, it looks a little cramped over here, but you can get all the way around it, you know. It's cozy, not cramped, and you can kind of reach everything without moving around too much. It's great. And since you can't fit a Quetzal through the dino gates right there, I added this guy up here at the top. James, I'm gonna call you James now, move past it. We've got one of the big old hatch frames, so you can fly your Quetzal in right through here, through the defensive little cage, and you can fly it on in there, or just drop your Anki in or whatever, and then immediately unload them. It's pretty convenient, and you can park the Quetzal over there. You can, hypothetically, I kind of blocked the ladder with the fucking door, but you can fit them up there. It'd be really annoying, but you could. Just like you could breed over here. We got enough room for breeding. We got lots of cryopods to store and organize your critters. We got a little hatchery and feeding area and a baby grill, of course, for when you want to cook Littlefoot or whatever. And we got a tech transmitter, so whenever the server transfers open up, you can sit right here and just wait for those timers. And you could put a teleporter down there if you wanted to teleport around instead. I'm not your father, you know, just this is an idea. Don't follow it one-to-one, except for the kitchen. You should follow the kitchen one-to-one because look how cozy this is, guys. Look at this. We got double the fucking grills over there for cooking twice as many Bambis. And then we got a little storage area and stuff. We'll come back to that because let's go to the admin room first over here where you got your generators and your tech shield and a vault to hide your goodies away from your Kyles and another backup generator and a cryo fridge. But over here we have another generator. Oh, because you gotta have 3 of them in the base. And in one of my other videos, you guys complained about not being able to access the generator when I use the secret door like this. I don't know what you guys are doing wrong, because I can access it super easily, even with 2 of these doors clipped into it. And this is official server settings, so sounds like a skill issue on your part, or a krill issue if you're a shrimp. But moving past these shrimply amazing puns, this area is kind of the battle respawn area, so you can respawn on the bunk beds, grab some gear, and then come out this secret door to drop down on enemies. Or you could take the ladder up to the roof for a shrimp-themed party. I don't know your life. Do whatever you want. You guys are just all prawns on my chessboard. Okay, I swear that was the last one. I'm done now. Because we gotta go up to the roof and shut off the protective cage. And it's got these slope bits, so if anybody drops a stego or any big boys, they'll slide right off and fall to the floor. But if they drop a turtle, they'll go straight through there, which is why we have these pillars here to stop any turtles. And you could put bear traps or, you know, whatever you want up here on top of it too. I just chose not to for a bit of clarity so you can see everything a bit better. And it's got 100 turrets, a mix of heavies and tech turrets, along with this little nice cage to prevent anybody from parasaur racing you or any of that cheeky bullshit. But that's the base, guys. Let's go ahead and start building it, man. Like, let's just jump into the building part of it that nobody's gonna watch. You guys are all just gonna stop watching the video now. That's what my analytics tell me. You guys only ever watch the intro and then stop watching afterwards, and I'm not mad, son. I'm just disappointed. Actually, I don't really care. You guys do whatever you want. I do these for fun. Anyway, let's go ahead and build an 8x8 foundation. Not very hard, but it is kind of boring, so I'm gonna spice it up a bit with a bit of festive editing, huh? Hey, now you guys get to play the fun game of guess what obscure prog metal song that is. And you can continue playing that game of guess the song throughout the whole video because I've used a lot of some obscure, some popular video game music for my background music. And if you can guess them all, you get a cookie or something. I don't really have anything to give you, but let's just go ahead and slap some walls down. These are the tall boys instead of the normal walls because it's a bit faster. Don't go there, no, that's wrong. Yeah, just go all the way around but leave room for a dino gate because tragically this base is a bit too small for a behemoth gate. I just really wish there was something in between behemoth gate and dino gate so that you could fit like a T-Rex and some of the bigger ones through it. Anyway, put one more layer of wall so it's 5 high and put some pillars down. Also, speaking of that problem with gates and behemoth gates, yeah, watch next week's video, guys. Yeah, I got a solution for that. But put your pillars down for now, guys. And then it's time for the most important pillars, the ones that your industrial forge goes on. So you put one there, one away from the wall, both directions, and then another block away, you do one. And then we're gonna put these little triangle guys on top of it, specifically one kind of pointing left and one kind of pointing right. That'll help you get the spacing for the industrial forges just right, where they're super close, but not quite touching. So yeah, pick these guys up. So you got one facing right, one facing left, and then you can go ahead and just slap your industrial forge on top of them. Not with snapping, disable that by the way. And you might find it a little hard to place it on top of the pillar if you're at ground level. So it's better to just make like a little ramp or something. I'm flying because it's creative mode and because it saves you guys some time. So yeah, just place one there and then one there, and look at that. Look how good that is. They're so close. They're right up against the wall. They got room underneath it for goodies to go so you can access all of it, and it's just, I don't know, something about it clicks right in my brain. But let's go ahead and place some chem benches kind of in the middle of it, the two forges. You just put the first one. See? Yeah, so they're centered. And then you can place your fabricators on each side. Why is that? Words are hard, guys. I just watched that Planet of the Apes trilogy, and I think I have that disease where I don't know how to talk anymore. I'm just... Fucking hell. Apes together strong, guys. Anyway, back to the build. Just getting too rambly already. So just place some dedicated storages in a vault, you know? Then you can place all your goodies down, and we're gonna place another vault over here before we place the tech replicator, the big boy. Look at him. He takes up so much room. And if you're not careful right here, he might clip through the wall behind it a little bit. So that's just something you gotta watch out for a little bit. Even though it's aligned with the wall, it can clip through it. So you gotta kind of go behind it and look. I'm not gonna bother right here for time's sake, because we gotta go over here and start placing this side and building the right side. The left side? A matter of perspective, guys. Just place your grinder right here, right next to the door, so that you can immediately grind up some trash for goodies, you know? And we're gonna put a little vault over here so that you can store some of that trash before you grind it. Whatever, put some pillars down, because this is where we're gonna have the magical little floating technique, so you can snap things to the pillar, and it looks really cool and it's super space efficient. Just start slapping down a lot of these fridges, and it's only temporary. You could use 2 stacked tables, but that's a bit more annoying, and this just is like the perfect height for it. And we're gonna reuse the fridges in the upper floor kitchen anyway, so it doesn't really matter. You can place these guys down and then pick these up, but since I'm in creative mode, I'm just gonna go ahead and demo them. It saves me some time, it saves you some time, but really, who cares about refrigerators, right? Is there anybody out there going, oh, fridge lives matter? Well, there might be now that I said it, but let's go ahead and place some air conditioners down. You need a lot of them to incubate your little eggs for your Argents or your Terrabirds or your fucking kangaroos. I don't know what you're breeding, guys. But now I know there's gonna be somebody in the comments that's like, oh, actually, kangaroos don't lay eggs. But let me tell you, that's what the Australians want you to think, guys. But I know the truth. Kangaroos lay eggs in their pouch, and then they hatch in the pouch as a little joey, and then they come out. And you can't prove it to me otherwise, guys. You're not a kangarooologist like I am. But if you are, please comment down below with any evidence you have to reinforce my kangaroo conspiracy I just made up. If you don't agree with me, however, I will take you to kangaroo court. And now I'm done with this weird kangaroo shit because I gotta get back to the build. And oh boy, I missed a lot of stuff. You guys really don't need me narrating over what I'm doing. You can see and you can do. I believe in you guys. I don't know though if you would like prefer that I sit here and explain in detail what I'm doing, or if you'd rather just watch it and have me be quiet, or maybe you prefer the rambling. I don't know. I need to take like a survey, guys. I've asked before and I've had like maybe 2 comments answer back. So please tell me, guys. I want to know what you want from me, god damn it. But I actually do kind of miss the quiet, silent ones I used to do. So I think what I'm gonna do as a compromise is keep doing my build videos for now with rambling until somebody tells me to shut the fuck up or something. But then I might do like some build showcases with like modded builds or something fun. Just you know, so I can build some more creative, festive stuff with mods, but then not have to manually go through and show a tutorial on how to build it. Just do like a little showcase so you guys can see it. It could be real quiet with just some nice atmospheric music, and I feel like it'd be pretty chill and cozy. I don't know, because I really do enjoy building in this game, but something about going back and rebuilding it again while recording to make a tutorial kind of kills the fun of it somewhat for me. So yeah, we're building the 2nd floor, slap some walls down. Gotta make sure you have a little cutout over there in the side for the industrial forge to go up to the roof, and so that you can have your little Quetzal fly down chamber thing with the big hatch frame. What do you even call that? An Ankylo deposit tube? I don't fucking know. It's also like completely optional, the little tube. You could just fill it in and then you'd have more room up here on the 2nd floor. You wouldn't have to worry about that little cutout, you know? So that's something to think about if you're gonna build this, guys. Do whatever you want, customize it however you want. That's what I say over and over and over again, guys. Don't follow this one-to-one, customize it, make it your own, be your own individual person. Don't put a door here at all if you don't want a door, you know? Just put hatch frames if you're one of those super hardcore PvP boys who's like, stairs are bad for PvP. Well, put ladders there then. Don't cry about it in my comments, guys. Just do what you want. Don't put that there. That's wrong. Demo that, which has also been a weird way I've been cutting the music, is every time there's a demo, the music changes. I don't know if you guys have noticed. Put a bunch of vaults down, guys, and then some fridges, so that when you respawn the beds, you can grab your goodies to go up to combat and fight and whatnot, mate. Apparently only fucking British people ever fight in PvP, mate. I tell you, swear me mom, isn't it? That was the terrible British accent was only in there to fuck with my buddy Mikey, who is British, and I'm only mentioning his name now in the hopes that he's watching this video and hears me say it off in the distance and gets kind of spooked. Because your queen is dead and she can't save you now. Anyway, back to the build, guys. Look at these nice bunk beds. Don't you just want to cuddle up in one of the bunk beds, open your phone and watch some ARK YouTube videos from great content creators like not Kviden, but somebody like Captain Fat Dog Man? He makes great videos. What happened to him? Anyway, we're gonna get rid of this wall and put the little secret door there, because I want a secret door to go out right there. You could put a normal door if you want. It's technically got more health than this, but whatever, who cares? I like secret doors, guys. Move past it and go over here in this room, and why? That's weird that you can't place that with snapping enabled. Really? You have to disable, whatever. Anyway, you see it's kind of right in the center of the whole base. That do be important, guys, if you want to have the big old bubbly come out and be centered in your base. Same with the little generators. You want them kind of in the middle of the base so they power everything evenly. And then we have this little vault up here so you can store goodies in the special little admin lock room so no Kyles can get to it and mess with it. Same with the cryo fridge, which I forgot to have in my hotbar. We're gonna slap one down right here so you can store your favorite dinos without Kyle. Fucking Kyle. I know you're over there, Kib. You're not watching this video, but I know you're there, Kyle. And it's to prevent him from stealing your shit. Let's go build the kitchen and get off this Kyle subject, because I'm getting heated, guys. I'm sick of him stealing my shit. Fucking oh, right here. Instead he's using a fridge, we're gonna do a fridge on top of a crop plot, because it makes it a little bit higher for the grill, because grills are slightly taller, and if you don't use the crop plot, which I picked up the fucking floor, if you don't use the crop plot though, you can't put the grill on top of a grill, guys. And I mean, who doesn't like some hot grill on grill action? That's I'm not objectifying women, guys. I'm talking about kitchen cooking appliances. Move past it. And while I was rambling about dumb shit over there, I forgot to mention, you gotta put the water thing in the corner first, then the grill, so everything lines up nice, and you need water in your base, guys. Also, I realized right here while building this that if you actually have snapping enabled for the fridges, they get slightly closer together, which is good. You know, learning is important, guys, and knowing is half the battle. Also, you can definitely access the inventory of that Kim bench if you were worried you couldn't do it. I just like having a Kim bench in the kitchen so that you can make narcotics and whatnot right there to use in your recipes. And speaking of learning things, I just learned just now while making this that you can put the cooking pot, snap it to the pillar, and it will be on top of the fridge. For some reason, I tried before and it didn't work. So I was just gonna, like you saw, I was about to put it on top of one of the little quarter ceilings, but there we go, it snapped. I don't know what I was doing wrong before, so just go ahead and put it on top of the fridge. It works good. Then put a fridge in the corner followed by your cooker, and look at that. Doesn't it just look nice? But now we gotta put some more pillars over here and do something a little bit different. We gotta slap down some of these little tabley boys, because you gotta have it slightly lower, and 2 tables is lower than a fridge, guys. Normally the snapping for getting the table on top of the table is kind of jank. You have to have snapping enabled to do that, and they kind of are janky, but for some reason I got lucky here and didn't have any problems. Now, for the preserving bins, you do not want snapping enabled, which is why I picked that back up. Gotta make sure they're not snapping to each other, that they're attaching to the pillar behind it. Then you can go ahead and demo these little boys or pick them up. You know, I demoed because it's faster and I'm in creative mode, but yeah, look at that. A fridge would be too tall, but this way you can access it easier, and you can put your little beer barrel just underneath it and enable snapping to get them all close together. And God, look at that. It's like it's resting on top of them. Isn't that so cool, guys? I fucking love it. Anyway, that is it for the second floor, so we can go ahead and start placing a buttload of ceilings up here, guys. Don't forget to put the little hatch frame right here so you can climb up to the roof. But other than that, we're just gonna slap down a shit ton of ceilings, so I'm just gonna kind of zoom right through this at Mach speed, because I believe in you guys to place them, even though I apparently can't place them the right. I can't even place them right. I keep fucking putting them in the wrong spot. But remember to put a little 3x3 hole right here for the hatch frame, guys. And I, for some reason, can't get it to snap the way I want it to. I want it to open up the other direction, you know? I'm making a hand gesture like you guys can see it for some reason, but I want it to open up like that. It just looks right to me, and it feels more appropriate. And you know what else feels appropriate, guys, is me just kind of skipping through the defense part, because that's situational and depends on where you build it, and you can do it however you want. But here's an example, yeah. But if you must know, it's just some pillars. They're put out, I think, 3 or 4 foundations away from the main base. The pillars are built up, then you have a bunch of walls turned into the wide doors going across to make the little trap. Then we have the quarter walls as the railings going up to make the slope part, and then we have pillars across right here. And God, if you guys cannot just look at this and know how to do it, like, you probably shouldn't be playing on PvP servers. I'm sorry, but it's not that hard. Anyway, the general idea is to have a slope on the top to prevent anything from falling on the roof. They'll just slide off. Do not put turrets up there or they will get caught on it and not slide off. Then you want to have these little cage bit on the outside to prevent any parasers from running at it, which is technically probably against the rules, but we'll do it anyway. And you want to have it made out of something that the turrets can shoot through, which is why you have it at a kind of a cage instead of a solid wall, so that turret can still shoot them while they're doing it. And then we want to have some turrets on the inside, like right here, that kind of cover all over the inside of the base. We got one at the bottom to shoot all the goodies, and God, look at that crafting area. I impressed myself with how cozy and compact it is. But upstairs, we got one right here, a turret. It can kind of shoot down that way and defend the stairs, but also defend this door right here. And then we got more turrets over here on the inside. We got one in the kitchen. I think there's one in the admin room over here to the right. Yeah. We got one in here up on the roof up there. And then let's go ahead and turn on this little tech shield so you can see it at max range. This is it at max range. It should cover up the entirety of the base along with the cage, if that's what you want. I don't think that's really the best option, but it might come in handy. You might need to do that at some point. So let's change it to 5.2. That is about a good middle ground, that it covers just the main base but not the cage, which is pretty handy. Your turrets can still shoot and everything, but they can't get to the... Actually, you might want to do 5.4 because it's poking out that corner right there. Anyway, the build is finished, so it is time for my little sunset outro, guys. Thanks for sticking around to the end of my garbage, and remember to tell me in the comments if you managed to guess like all the old music, or if you didn't and you're a little zoomer. And as always, remember to go for a bike, drink some mint, and describe the taste, or whatever the algorithm overlord wants me to tell you. I'll see you next week. Goodbye. I love you. Don't die in your sleep.